Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Live Tuesday News Update. I'm Aspen Marafe. Former President Barack Obama is returning to the campaign trail for the first time since leaving office, and he will endorse Democratic candidate in the Virginia governor race. Obama is scheduled to headline Thursday's rally in Richmond for Democratic candidate Ralph Northam. Northam faces Republican Ed Gillespie in one of just two gubernatorial races this year. Recent polls show Northam leading Gillespie by around 7 points. Scotland is bearing the brunt of Storm Ophelia this morning, one day after it hit the west coast of Ireland. At least 3 people died in Ireland, and hundreds of thousands were left without power. It is the strongest storm the region has seen in decades. CNN's Phil Black reports.
Ophelia transitioned from a hurricane to a storm while it was still out over the Atlantic, but it hit southwestern Ireland with hurricane-strength winds, gusts of 140 to 150 kilometers an hour, or 80 to 90 miles per hour, and it created, well, a lot of havoc. It ripped roofs from homes, pulled trees out by the roots, and it took power away from some 360,000 homes at least. It was also deadly. It took the lives of at least 2 people in separate incidents when trees fell on cars. Another man was killed in a chainsaw accident. He was trying to clear away debris that had been brought down by the storm. Across the country, there has been significant transportation chaos. Trains aren't running. The airports suffered major disturbances. This is all expected to continue into Tuesday as well. Likewise, schools and universities, they will remain closed for a second day as the storm moves its way over the western coast of the country. The priority for the Irish government, it says, is to minimize all possible harm to people here. Phil Black, CNN, Kilkee, Ireland.
Trump's nominee for the nation's drug czar withdrew from consideration Tuesday. Representative Tom Marino is stepping back following reports that legislation he's sponsored hindered the Drug Enforcement Administration in its fight against the nation's opioid crisis. The announcement comes amid growing pressure on Trump to fulfill his pledge to declare the nation's opioid epidemic a national emergency. Trump said Monday that he would be making a major announcement on the topic next week. Women are posting messages on social media to show how commonplace sexual assault and harassment are, using the hashtag #MeToo. Actress Melissa Milano started the movement Sunday on Twitter. Milano says the idea was to alleviate the Harvey Weinstein conversation, placing emphasis on the victims and their stories. The movement comes amid growing numbers of sexual assault and harassment allegations against Weinstein. An Army sergeant faces maximum sentence of life in prison after pleading guilty to 2 charges at a court-martial hearing Monday. Bo Bergdahl pled guilty to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy after leaving his base in Afghanistan in 2009. Bergdahl was held prisoner by the Taliban until 2014. They released him in exchange for 5 detainees held at Guantanamo Bay. The guilty plea brings the highly politicized saga closer to an end 8 years after Bergdahl vanished. The infamous white nationalist Richard Spencer is scheduled to speak at the University of Florida this Thursday, sparking protests in the university town. Governor of Florida Rick Scott declared a state of emergency Monday in advance of the speech, warning an executive order that a threat of potential emergency is imminent. Spencer participated in the white nationalist rally in Charlottesville that led to deadly violence in August. The University of Florida announced earlier this month that it expects to spend $500,000 on security for the event. Spencer said the emergency declaration was flattering, but most likely overkill. Food trucks are gaining popularity across the nation. On Thursday, we'll show you the best places to eat on the go in Lexington. Reporter Catherine Young catches up with local food truck owners about their new businesses. Thanks for watching this live news update. Join us at 4:30 on Thursday for the Rockbridge Report, and catch up anytime at rockbridgereport.wlu.edu.